Hey everybody, welcome inside another episode of the Pelicans Brief here on MyrtleBeachPelicans.com. I'm your host, Joel Gadet, and on today's show, we're giving you behind-the-scenes access to some exclusive clubs here at TicketReturn.com field. The first one is Team Lubie. That's the on-field promotions team that you see in between innings during games. You know, they're the guys that get to have all the fun. They throw out the t-shirts, they play the games on the field. We'll show you kind of the excitement of being a part of Team Lubie and also how hectic it can be to be a part of Team Lubie. We'll also go behind the scenes with Corey Russell's grounds crew. They're here from early in the morning till late at night, making sure the grass is in shape, the dirt is in order, the mounds are set, and basically making sure the TicketReturn.com field is in tip-top playing shape for the Myrtle Beach Pelicans night in and night out. Right fielder Josh Richmond will also stop by and join us, and there's no exclusive access needed for that interview. Richie will just come on by and discuss his baseball background, his all-out playing style, and a flashy red mohawk that he sported in college at the University of Louisville. And finally, we let you inside the most exclusive club of them all, and that's why we're up here in the bird's nest today. This is the bullpen for the Myrtle Beach Pelicans. And of course, throughout baseball, bullpens are always known for being a little bit quirky. They've got some characters in them. Guys usually have some pretty good stories and some pretty good ways of passing the time during games. But the Pelicans bullpen, also known as the @Crawdads bullpen, yeah, well, they're in a class all to their own. And we begin today's episode by going behind the scenes and inside the Pelicans bullpen.
What do you want to know about it? I mean, we're a pretty secretive bunch, so I don't know. What do you want to know?
What's the first rule of Crawdads bullpen?
You don't talk about Crawdads bullpen. But for the sake of this interview, we're going to open you guys up to a little bit about what we do.
I gotta say, it really started back in Spokane, 2010, when we all came together. We started doing a football play. Somebody came up with the idea of doing a football play to start warming up the right fielder, and the crowd out there loved it. We had great fans out in Spokane, and then we did that for a little bit, and then in Hickory, we kind of stepped it up in Lexington and did a kickoff to start off the game. And once we did that kickoff, we had a whole lot of fun, and it actually kicked off our 15 to 16 game winning streak, and we won the first half.
So everything was fine and dandy. The bosses, they come into town and they've heard all about our skits and our act, and they loved it. They were in full support of it until they realized we actually did it during the game.
So we were in Greenville last year, and their bullpen kind of sits back, have a little cage in front. And so we did like a little jail yard, skit. Me and I had my big mustache last year. Me and Jimmy Reyes were the guards, and the guys were in, handcuffs and shackles running out to the bullpen, which is pretty funny.
Yeah, standoff this year was awesome. Out in Lynchburg, Ben Henry did us a solid one. Stood there for 3 hours and 23 minutes. It's a world record.
Stood for an hour and 15 minutes, and that was enough. But basically, it was the battle of the bullpens who could stand the longest, and we won, or I think we won. I don't know, it went past the game. Ben Henry stood for 3.5, 4 hours.
I wasn't going to let him win, too much pride in Crawdads bullpen that, that was, taking effect.
Yeah, it's pride. It's a huge pride thing. Yeah, we can't lose. It's our game. We got to go out there, support the team, and never give up.
But it really is awesome. A few of the other teams I've been on the past 2 years and everything, I've never seen anything like it. It really is fun. There's a lot of antics that go on. Ben Henry and Joe Van Meter, they're awesome guys. They're really fun. So,
me and Ben Henry are for sure the ringleaders, to say the least. We both bring different things to the table.
Probably say Joe Van Meter with somebody else, but I don't want to give out too much information.
Joe Van Meter is pretty creative. Sometimes you have to reel him in a little bit. He can get pretty out there.
Yeah, we had a little birthday party 2 weeks ago, and for all our fallen comrades, and just to celebrate, the special thing we have. We had a little birthday cake. Ricky's a great guy. He hooked it up. He made a beautiful cake for us. We had the whole team sing happy birthday to the Crawdads bullpen. It was just a special night.
They did have their 1-year anniversary of the Crawdads Bullpen, and I think they upgraded to the Pelicans. But other than that, it was weird at first because it was like, I've never really been there. So, but I mean, it worked out. It worked out because we're at the Pelicans Bullpen now. So.
We were only stronger. This Crawdads Bullpen, it's located in the Bird's Nest now, but we're stronger than we've ever been.
You can't just simply be in our bullpen to be a member. There's rigorous testing that goes on.
I mean, it's really kind of hard to say. You gotta experience the Crawdads Bullpen to really understand the Crawdads Bullpen.
I was like the new guy into Crawdads Bullpen, even though they were now Pelicans too. So, I mean, there wasn't any crazy initiation stuff.
You must be able to throw a ball 100 miles an hour. Although we don't show that on the mound, we just keep it as our little secret. You must run a 4.1 40-yard dash and score a 1450 on the SAT. Just the old SAT, not that new one with the paragraphs and 3,800s you can score.
Well, actually, Randy Henry, we gave him an honorary membership last year. We met him out at Waffle House.
I think I was the only one there, maybe with one of my other teammates, and I kind of met him there. And then when I met him there, like, I kind of found out more about it in spring training. And when I found out about it in spring training, kind of found out that I fit pretty well with him.
And we're like, that guy, you know, he's part of us.
Después de que el bullpen.
Yeah.
It's okay, papi. Vete. Espérate, cabrón.
Francisco Mendoza. I mean, the guy doesn't speak any English, but Jimmy Reyes kind of translates some of the stuff he says, and I swear I wish the guy would learn English so we could understand what he's saying. I mean, doesn't speak any English in the bullpen, but we crack up all the time listening to him. I mean, it's funny.
You know what? He's up there. I can just watch that kid all day. He's very unique in his own way, and that's why we call him the Honey Badger.
Absolutely. I mean, it's all about getting outs, and we understand this is our career. You know, we one day hope and dream of making it to the major leagues, and the way you do that is to pitch well.
The more you move up in the system, I think it should be more. You should get more professional, and we definitely toned it down. But we still have a good time, and we'd like just to keep it loose.
Make it to the major leagues, will you still be the Crawdads Bullpen?
Absolutely, and we'll have a lot of fun doing it because you know, we'll have some suits and stuff like that. We'll make more fun.
You'll have suits?
Yeah, that's one idea.
What do you mean suits?
With the suit jackets and pinstripes, yeah, it's one of our ideas when we have some money to play around with.
Make sure to follow us on Twitter at Crawdads Bullpen. Just got to throw that in there.
Come out to ticketreturn.com field at Pelicans Ballpark and catch the Myrtle Beach Pelicans in action. Grab a phone or head online to myrtlebeachpelicans.com. Tickets start at just $8. Group rates start at 15 people. Ask about all-you-can-eat picnic packages, luxury suites, contract at a beach, America's only baseball front beach, and check out our fundraising options. Why not have a baseball birthday party? For more information, give us a call or head online. Baseball's even better at the beach.
It's 9 o'clock on a Saturday. The regular crowd rushes in. There's an old man sitting next to me, just drinking coffee. Okay, so it's not quite Piano Man. It's the Myrtle Beach Pelicans Revels Turf and Tractor grounds crew. There's JL, the wily 63-year-old vet.
Well, I'm retired. Retired in 2005. Came here and went to work in 2006. Just get me out of the house.
Kevin, the intern.
I really wasn't sure exactly what went along with it. You know, I knew about the grounds crew and certain things, but, you know, I just wanted to have a good experience.
Stole him away from Butter. He wanted to go to Gwinnett, and I told him that this would be a better place because it just is.
Kevin, the other Kevin, he likes Brett Favre.
We got a pretty interesting crew. 63-year-old JL, who's a great time, but great person to work with. Our intern, Kevin. I don't know what to say, but Kevin and Corey, who's a great boss to work for.
And there's Corey, the boss.
Probably one of the best jobs in the minor leagues. I mean, it truthfully is, as far as just the location and where you get to live at and all the golf courses around. You know, you get all your fertilizer reps stop by regularly.
This is their morning meeting, every morning. It just so happens that today's Saturday, and the start of a long day ahead.
If you have a good crew, which I do this year, everything gets spread out evenly. You know, I mean, we all kind of do our share, and we all take care of it. But, you know, every day you got to strap on the big brim and find your suntan lotion and go out there and take care of business. You know, even if it's hot, you still got to do it.
During a 6-game homestand or something like that, we're putting in over 100 hours, and we've done that quite a bit this summer so far. But so you pretty much have no personal life whatsoever during the summertime.
And it's not exactly easy work. It's outside, physical labor, and it's hot. But these guys don't really mind.
I mow the infield. It's one of my main duties. Take care of the game mound.
Well, basically, I take care of all the bullpen work. Do repair the bullpens after the night's game, get them ready for the next game.
Then we all kind of do a lot of the dirt work and edging, we all do together.
I'm in charge of making sure the foul lines get painted before the games.
When I came in this year, probably a little less in shape, but after a month or so, you get back into your, outdoor working kind of conditions. You get used to it again. It gets easier as it goes on.
What also makes it easier is that the guys, plus their game day workers, Tim and Jess, have a really good time together.
You got 4 guys in this, 7x7 office or whatever it is, 10x10 office. And I mean, we work, like yesterday was an off day. We had, we were here for 4 hours, and it's just time in, time out. It's a lot of hours.
You definitely have to, you have to be able to get along with everybody, be able to have a good sense of humor.
The reason I make fun of JL is because JL starts everything, so he's kind of an instigator.
We all do the same stuff. We talk trash to each other and kind of, they treat me with respect, and we get along really well.
And JL, obviously, he's been here for I think like 25 years. I don't know, he's just always old stalwart.
They call me Old Man River. And a couple of years ago, during one of the games, we were doing the inning drag, and they played Old Man River on the scoreboard for me. And they nicknamed me Jerome. Nobody knew what JL stood for, so Butter started calling me Jerome Lamar. And for the longest time, that's what everybody thought my name was.
Sometimes there's even a break involved, pawning some work off on other Pelican staff members. Work that'll probably have to get fixed later. I think we're going to leave this up to the pros after one more spin. And when there is downtime during the day, there's even some pretty nice digs to hang out.
We have our Myrtle Beach Merman. That sign, that was great. HBO is pretty secretive as far as keeping everything under wraps during the thing, so to be able to get that was pretty sweet. We have our stereo system in here, ready to rock at all times. We have keep my Michigan flag, go blue, best football program around.
Fun and games aside, the crew does take its job seriously, with a big reputation to live up to.
Then that's also a part of the joy of it too, is you come here and you're expected to win field of the year, you're expected to have one of the best fields in the league year after year. So it's one of those things where you can go somewhere and slack off and make a bad field all right, but it's good to come in and make a great field even better.
Do you have the best field in the league?
Do I have the best field in the league? From what I've seen, yes.
We continue here on the Pelicans Brief, joined now by Birds outfielder Josh Richmond, who has been around baseball for a little bit longer than just his time here in Myrtle Beach. You grew up with this game, didn't you?
I did, yeah.
Tell me about being a toddler and being exposed to the game of baseball and just being around it every day.
Yeah, my dad and mom had me at a really young age, and he went away to college and started playing, college baseball right after I was born. And so I kind of grew up, for the first 5 years of my life, I was always on the baseball field, watching my dad play. And by, his third year, I was actually like you know, kind of the bat boy. You know, I was on the field, and so I just kind of grew up around it, and you know, you look up to your dad, and you know, seeing him play baseball, I just kind of, you know, grew into the whole loving the baseball and loving the game kind of thing. So, you know, I've always loved it, and I've always grew up around it. So.
First words, bat, ball, that kind of stuff.
Exactly, yeah.
What age did you first start kind of being able to play baseball? And I know you said you were the bat boy by the end of it, so I guess when did you realize what was going on?
I was swinging and playing with the guys at, I mean, you know, 2, 3, so really young. Yeah, and I actually started playing my first organized baseball league or baseball game when I was like 4, so I started pretty young.
I want to ask about your mentality as far as the way you approach the game, because you're kind of known as that crazy player who kind of goes all out, has no regard for his body, just does everything and kind of gives everything to the game. And I know sometimes that's hurt you, but I know that's probably what's made you as successful as you've been able to be.
Yeah, I mean, it's just the way that I've always played. It's, you know, my dad, if my dad instilled one thing, you know, into me as far as this game goes, it was definitely, you know, he taught me how to play hard all the time. You know, as a younger player, you know, he was always on me about hustling and sprinting on and off the field, and you know, and always wanting me to make the great play, and you know, pushing me just to do my best and you know, to achieve, you know, in the game. And I feel like, you know, after playing the game so hard for so long, it just has kind of, you know, just, you know, grown into me to where it's not, you know, it's just how I play now. You know, I can't play it any other way, and that's just how I've always played it, and you know, until my career's over, that's how I always will. So. What
are the drawbacks to that? I know you missed a lot of time in college because of those issues.
Yeah, you know, along with, you know, playing the game hard comes the negatives of it, I guess. You know, it's a good thing, but then, like you said, I was hurt in college a lot, and due to maybe a little bit, you know, being a little bit too aggressive. You know, I made a couple, you know, dives. I dove into a wall one time and broke my hand. Yeah, it was a padded wall.
Just checking.
But I hit it pretty good. So, you know, but it's just how I play. So, you know, I guess I'm just gonna have to deal with it, and you know, throughout my career, you know, try to be smart. But then again, you know, I'm definitely not gonna change the way I play. So I'm gonna keep it going, and you know, hopefully I don't find any more walls.
We found a picture of you, and I know it was a big thing with you guys when you were in college. We found a picture of you with a red mohawk. I know that was a big thing as far as camaraderie, and you guys dyed your hair black, and then you realized you didn't have enough time to dye your hair black, and you went with the red mohawk. Talk to me about the style change.
Yeah, my freshman year is when we dyed our hair black, and we decided to go to the mohawk and change it up, I think, because, you know, my teammates had respect for me. And they knew that if I had to dye my hair black, it was going to be miserable. And I had to dye my eyebrows too, because I had white eyebrows.
It's going to look pretty silly.
Yeah, and so, you know, we all, you know, decided on the mohawk, and the red thing kind of just popped up at the last second. But since my hair is white, you know, it turned pretty red. So I was definitely, you know, I definitely stood out, you know, when it came to postseason time, because my hair was on fire. So.
What did your now fiance Lauren think about you showing up one day with a giant red mohawk?
She didn't say much about it. I mean, she, you know, laughed. I'm sure it wasn't very comfortable for her to have, you know, a fiery red mohawk on my head, but I mean, she just kind of lets me do my thing, and she never really complains about it. So that's why I love her.
Talking with Josh Richmond, you were not always this kind of big, brassy player, though, were you? I mean, you're kind of known for your power now, but
yeah,
it's something that's kind of new. From what I understand, you were kind of on the small side when you got to college.
Yes, I was. I matured really late. You know, in high school, I was really, really small. You know, I didn't. I don't know how to say. I'll just say
Skinny.
it. I didn't hit puberty until later.
Okay.
You know, so all my buddies grew, and I was really small. And when I got, you know, it was my senior year of high school is when I finally started to man up a little bit, and you know, I started maturing. And people, you know, just don't understand that when I went to college is when I grew up, you know. And not only, you know, did I mature, you know, physically, I was also with an amazing strength coach, you know, that we had at Louisville, and I dedicated my life, to the weight room and my nutrition, and just getting my body bigger and healthier, and I just blew up. And I think that when you work hard and you take pride in your body, and being an athlete like I am, it definitely shows. And I'm a whole new person now, and I still work really hard in the weight room, and to maintain it now, like I'm trying to. So
Coach McDonald said sometimes you had a difficult time keeping your pants up as a freshman, just because you were such a tiny guy.
I think he's exaggerating a little bit.
I'm gonna let you go on this note. You talked about the energy, and we've talked about how that works as an athlete, but it also works off the field for you, because personality-wise, I think you have probably one of the more attractive personalities on the team. People are drawn to you. I mean, kids love you. You're kind of a fan favorite. Your college coach said, you were his kid's favorite player in school. So where's that just communication? Where's that, friendliness come from for you?
I think it was just the way that I was brought up, I guess. My mom and dad are the same exact way. I feel like, my dad, everybody loves my dad, and I think, I may have just gotten it from him. But I've also grown up, having little brothers, and being around kids all the time has definitely helped with the kids side of it. And, having a kid of my own now, obviously, when I see a little kid in the stands, it's easier for me to, relate to them as it is to a lot of the guys in the locker room, because they don't have kids. So I feel a little bit more guilty if I don't stop and sign. So I definitely try to, treat them like they're my own, and help them out and sign an autograph at the end of the game. And, because I know that it means a lot, more to them than it does us, as far as, just one simple, 10-second autograph can change somebody's week. So, I love it, and I love interacting with the fans anyway, so I've always done a good job of doing that, I think.
I feel kind of guilty because we've got you out here in full dress, and it's really hot.
I'm dripping sweat, by the way, too.
We'll let you go.
It's okay.
And appreciate you stopping by.
All right, no problem.
It's Pelicans right fielder Josh Richmond. We'll take a break and continue with the Pelicans brief after this on MyrtleBeachPelicans.com.
Catch Pelicans baseball on the radio. All 140 games live on Fox Sports 1050 AM, FM 101.9, and online at MyrtleBeachPelicans.com. Pre-game coverage starts 15 minutes before first pitch. Tune in for in-depth interviews, inside information, and all the action. And listen in on Home Game Wednesdays. The Pelicans Review Coaches Show comes to you live at noon from Abuelo's.
We finished today's show back here behind the right field fence, next to the home clubhouse, and in the promotions closet. This is the home of Team Lubie here at TicketReturn.com field at Pelicans Ballpark. And I should probably keep my voice down because I'm not sure we're supposed to be back here. This place is top secret. It's where Team Lubie keeps all of its props, costumes, anything it could use for an on-field activity. It's kept back here. Let's snoop around and see what we can find. But tiptoe. We don't want to get caught. I mean, anything you want. McDonald's French fries, sombrero, pirate sword. They've even got water guns. Lucky that's not loaded. I mean, you can just go through this place, anything you could ever want. Batting helmets, Legends of the Hidden Temple, bike helmets. We've got Pelicans uniforms, hula hoops, Pac-Man costumes, and horse on a stick. You want to ride one, don't you? How about after we're done? Okay, I knew you would. In the meantime, I should probably put this away for safekeeping and head on out of here because we don't want to get caught. While we're heading out, let's introduce you to Team Lubie. Find out exactly what it is they do every single night, having a whole lot of fun on the field here at TicketReturn.com field.
Josh.
What?
What do you like about being an intern here?
I like shooting t-shirts into the stands. I think that will give me a full-time position somewhere in a couple of months when we're cut loose from here.
Yeah. Nobody's better with the, what's the thing called? Slingshot. This guy right here, automatic. Just pull it back and watch it fly, baby.
Got our autograph session going. Finally. Kid's favorite part of the day. I made Chris very awkward by doing this. I'm gonna watch him roll out the red carpet, making dreams come true. wind up. Very nice. I don't know where Rally went. He's gotta be somewhere. Now we just chill until National Anthem and Candy Toss. Got international paper tonight. We're just waiting for the umpires to come out, and then we can bring the flag on out. It's gonna be crazy. Crazy. Got Deuce chilling down here with bacon and Deuce's new bucket. He loves sunflower seeds and anything else on the ground. We'll see how he goes. He's excited. We got John Daniels here. Gonna try out the new bucket just for him. Ross Wilson was just up. He had the 157 batting average. Got Deuce ready. Double off the bag. Sorry, Deuce. It's a new bucket. We'll see how he does the first time. He's gonna concuss himself, I'm sure. Come touch, come touch! Good boy, Juicy. That was about as good as I could have hoped. It's crab racing time. We got James doing it tonight. Jenny Joe, who might be winning, blue crab. And the red crab, who will give you an eyewitness view of what it's like to be a crab. Hopefully Splash doesn't nail me tonight. Right now, we are in the crab. See if I can point you out an eye. But this is what I have to see.
And he is safe at home, ladies and gentlemen, Deuce.
And that does it for another episode of the Pelicans Brief here on MyrtleBeachPelicans.com. Birds are off to a red-hot start here in the second half of the season, and you've still got plenty of opportunities to catch the team before the 2012 year is out. For ticketing information, you can browse online, MyrtleBeachPelicans.com, or of course you can call the number at the bottom of your screen. In the meantime, that's all I got. So until the next episode, we'll see you back here on the Pelicans Brief.